The need for more awareness creation and advocacy to minimize deforestation or indiscriminate cutting down of trees has become imperative due to the effects of climate change. Jimmy Azande reports that in Benue, an invention called Abacha stove is a flight risk to the ecosystem. The report.
Many, including a university don and climatologists from the Benue State University, Makudi, said a number of factors are responsible for deforestation in the state. They also listed some of the consequences.
If you look at the statistics, the level of deforestation, especially in Nigeria and Benue State, is alarming. Probably because we are not taking into consciousness the role these forests play in our environment. Forests serve a lot of purpose in trying to help keep our environment in order. Climate-wise, forests play a role in regulating the microclimate of an environment.
People cut down trees to get charcoal for domestic use, for timber, so on. One thing we forget is that while we cut down these trees, we don't replace them. And when we don't replace them, they have a drastic effect on the environment, like flooding. These trees serve as windbreak. When we cut them out and the wind comes in high volume, they can take off roofs, etc. and all that. So when we cut trees, we should replace them more. Like if you cut one tree, replace them with 2 trees.
And again, deforestation also causes land degradation. Some people are not aware on the effect of deforestation. They are doing it mostly because they want to do agricultural practices. So normally when there are a lot of trees in farms, that make farms to produce less quantity of product. So for them, they remove all those trees to enable them cultivate lands.
The university don also said there are good policies on paper, but the government has over the years failed to protect the environment. This, he said, is a stumbling block to efforts geared toward mitigating climate change realities, like the scorching sun and flooding, among others.
You look at our country and you look at our policies, they are very fine. The problem is the implementation. We have the Ministry of Forestry, we have forest gas, and even with all of this in place, our forests are diminishing. So it's all about having a wake-up call and making these ministries live up to their standard. All they need to do is create that consciousness in people and let them know that this is the role forestry plays in our environment, and then make people know that when you cut down a tree, you replace it. We can't stop people from cutting down trees, but as you cut down, you replace. If you cut one, plant 3 more, so that we'll have what you have taken replaced, and then our forests will be in place.
There is need for awareness creation, especially among the rural people, on the consequences of harmful practices against the environment.